Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Stollings. You know me here on YouTube as MarauderEX, and as always, I'm your host for Operation Recap, where I take some of the stories from Rainfall.com, and I show them off here on YouTube because I'm a YouTube geek. It's what I do. So this week, again, 3 stories, as per my usual, giving, unless it's a really busy week of awesome news. First story up out of the 3 this week, we have LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham has been announced. Warner Brothers Interactive and Telltale Games and the LEGO Group have announced they are working on a 3rd installment of the LEGO Batman game. Very excited for this because I am a big fan of the LEGO games. I have been recently playing LEGO Marvel Superheroes a ton. Little disjointed with the characters because they have all the characters with so many powers and they keep everything with just a set number of buttons instead of, mapping out that most controllers have a lot more buttons, so you could kind of spread out the love just a little bit. But I'm very excited for this because I am not a Marvel or DC guy, I am a Marvel and DC guy. I love me some X-Men and Avengers, but I'm also a big fan of the Dark Knight and the Green Lantern. So the fact that I am able to play a more open-ended LEGO Batman game that is going to feature more than just Gotham City, hence the title Beyond Gotham. Looking forward to seeing like the Hall of Justice, possibly the Watchtower, Martian Manhunter hanging out, just doing his thing. I'm kind of excited about that. So looking forward to that. Hopefully, if you guys are a fan of Batman or LEGO games or both, stay tuned to that. It looks like it's going to be fantastic. Second story for this week. Not a very long one. Pretty quick and to the point. So, Best Buy and Nintendo have announced what Best Buy locations are going to have their Smashfest during E3. If you haven't heard of this, what Nintendo and Best Buy are doing, they are pairing up like they did last year to show off games that are going to be shown at E3 while not at E3. If you catch the reasoning behind it. So what they're doing is Wednesday, June 11th from 4 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, June 14th from noon to 5 p.m. you are going to be able to play Smash Brothers on the Wii. I'm not entirely sure if it's just the Wii or if it's going to be the 3DS as well. I would assume just the Wii because you can plop 4 players on one console for that rather than have multiple 3 or 2 DSs. So probably just going to be the Wii, I would imagine. But you are going to be able to play Smash Brothers during that time, even though the game is not out yet, and that's just going to be pretty much during the height of E3 for them. So if you have Best Buy near you, check the article we've got on Op Rainfall. We do have a link to their page where you can find out what Best Buy closest to you will have this. I want to try to get over there during that, but it's also going to be mass hysteria. So hopefully I could get a little bit of live footage from that. But we'll see what happens. Mostly I just want to get over and look and see what it looks like, and maybe see how crazy it actually gets, how much buzz this Smash is actually generating. I'm kind of surprised by it. The second they announced Mega Man, all over that. So, go check that out. It is going to be available. Also, there are going to be prizes for the people who show up early. First, attendees in line who pre-order will get a collectible gold coin, and you will be eligible to receive $5 My Best Buy Rewards gift certificate. So, it's not just to go see it. You can get stuff out of it, too. The last story for the day. I've always wanted to put like a picture of the game, The Last Story, as a graphic for that, just as a joke. Maybe I will. Former Index president and CEO charged of fraudulent practices. Ooh. Okay, so Index was the company that owned Atlas before Sega bought it. Just last year. I mean, it has not been long. It really has not been that long. So, what happened to cause them to sell it? Well, they were hurting financially. Well, apparently they were hurting worse financially than anyone realized. The president and CEO have been charged with fraudulent practices, brought the company into trouble before being purchased by Sega Sammy late last year. So, what's the deal? basically they cooked the books. They lied. They just made stuff up, it seems, and they inflated profits and related stats, and someone noticed. Basically, because if you're gonna do this, according to the article, they posted a profit, which put them in a surplus, which was the first time they had a surplus in 6 quarters. You don't do that. Like you have a curve. Like, oh well, things drop, but now they're starting to pick back up. You don't just say money. That's apparently what happened, and it caught someone's attention who was, not an idiot, and now they are in trouble. So this just goes to show you don't lie about finances. Just don't do it. Don't do it, even if it makes you look better as a company. And they did it to try to stay on the Japanese stock exchange, the JASDAQ, JASDAQ. I mean, we call it the NASDAQ, but I always feel calling it NASDAQ sounds stupid. But I'm not in that world. So they did it to stay on the Japanese stock exchange for longer. Try to turn things around or sell it so that they can, retire scot-free, but didn't happen. So, yeah, sucks to be them, because, I don't know what the penalty is for that sort of thing. Who knows? If you know, let me know. I'm curious as to, what happens if you, lie about your finances to, your government. Especially not, different governments around the world handle that differently. I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen to them. All in all, Atlas now being owned by Sega, so I guess it's better in the long run. Anyway, so that's the stories for this week. I hope you've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed ranting about them. Stay tuned to Rainfall for more news, reviews, previews, and we are gearing up for E3, so stick with us on that because last year was amazing and hectic, and I'm looking forward to this year just as much. So I will see you guys during E3 and for future recaps. Till then, later everyone.